Yahoo! Hello, hello, hello mga masters and mga ka-G! Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning po sa inyong lahat dyan sa Pilipinas at sa buong Asian countries at kung sa mga kayong lupalop ng ating daigdig ay hayaan niyo muna kami ng ating one and only G, the green curly cutie patuti iguana. Nabatiin po kayo ng good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening at good night na po sa mga ready ng matulog. At welcome po sa continuation po ng ating lecture. Siyempre, meron tayong lecture about yung 27 na mga natural and health tips na kung saan po ay makakatulong talaga para sa atin. Siyempre, dito po sa ating everyday lifestyle. Ayan, so for now, ayun, sit back and relax. At sa mga hindi pa po nakatamsak at hindi pa po naka-like, share, and subscribe sa ating channel Master Worm, please don't forget and please don't be shy. Kung sana po ay maka-full bell notification po kayo for more updated contents. So this is the third day na magdi-discuss na po tayo. Yung ating first na topic last time is about limit sugary drinks. Then eat nuts and seeds. And then avoid ultra-processed foods. And kahapon po, na-discuss po natin is don't fear coffee. And then eat fatty fish. And then number 6 is get enough sleep. So ngayon po, ang ating itotopic is about feed your gut bacteria. That's number 7 na po mga masters and mga ka-G. The bacteria in your gut, collectively called the gut microbiota, are incredibly important for overall health. Importante po sa ating overall health ang microbiota sa ating tiyan, sa ating gastrointestinal tract. A disruption in the gut bacteria is linked with or to some chronic diseases, including obesity and a myriad of digestive problems. So maraming mga digestive problems po yan mga masters like indigestion, gastritis, colitis, heartburn, and a lot. May mga H. pylori, marami pong mga problema na mai-involve po dyan sa ating tiyan pag mahina pong ating gut microbiota or ang ating natural ecosystem po na nandyan po sa loob ng ating gastrointestinal tract. Okay, so good ways to improve gut health include eating fermented foods like yogurt and taking probiotic supplements when indicated. Okay, so and eating plenty of fiber. Ayun mga masters and mga ka-G, ang fiber is very important. So mga vegetables and fruits, yun ang mga fruits talaga. And of course, yung mga whole grains, whole wheat, yung mga magandang kainin para po ay magkaroon tayo ng good sources of fiber. At syempre, green and leafy vegetables. At yung mga huwag niyong kalimutan talaga, yung mga rich in fiber like kamote. Yun ang ating sweet potatoes are really good sources or source of fiber. And avocado too. Maganda din po yung avocado, mga masters and mga ka-G. And then, ang sabi po dito is um, eating and notably fiber serves as a probiotic or a food structure for your gut bacteria. Importante po ang fiber para po sa ating digestive health. And of course, I'm also trying to promote and encourage you to take your apple cider vinegar with the mother. So, ano ba yung ating instruction noon sa ating apple cider vinegar with the mother? So, bili kayo ng apple cider, di ba? Now, with the mother yung pangalan diyan. At kuha kayo ng isang tasa ng maligamgam or warm, 1 cup of warm water. And then you add or you mix 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with the mother. 2 tablespoons po yan mga masters ha. 2 kutsara. And 1 tablespoon o isang kutsara ng raw, organic, and local honey. Yung honey ay dapat po ay manggagaling po sa inyong lugar. As much as possible, buy a honey that's produced from a farm near or where you live because that is very important in promoting and in improving your health or your immune system, particularly your respiration. Kasi yung hangin na linalanghap natin, the air we breathe is of course, full of pollutants and pollens or whatever pollutants there. And the bees that make these honey, of course, they transfer pollens to another, the process of pollination. So, once ma-ingest or makain po natin yung honey na produced in your own environment or in your own location, from your own location, ay mag-i-improve din po, magde-develop ng immunity po ang inyong lungs, and it will make you stronger in yung immune system when it comes to the pollutants around you. You develop immunity. So as much as possible yung gagawin natin. So 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with the mother, and 1 tablespoon of raw organic honey. You mix that, and of course, you take that on an empty stomach in the morning as soon as you wake up. So as much as possible, that will be the first drink as soon as you wake up. And avoid coffee as the first drink because coffee is very, very acidic because it contains cortisol or it contains caffeine. But in my own opinion, and I have some studies that our brain is so powerful that even though you take decafs or uncaffeinated or decaf coffees, our brain will still interpret that as coffee. So you cannot cheat our brain. The brain automatically understand that as a coffee. So your brain will already foresee and will already give or release energy even though there's no caffeine or even if it's a pure coffee or caffeinated or decaffeinated, your brain will already release energy coming from the excitement. So what happens is in the morning, if you have that energy coming from the brain's perception, it was released because of the anticipation of this caffeine or this coffee. So you're getting artificial energy because once the body absorbs the caffeine increases your cortisol, and cortisol is equivalent to the stress hormone. So I do recommend you to take your coffee 1 hour after your breakfast, preferably around 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning. And breakfast is best um, encouraged to be eaten around 7 to 8 in the morning. At syempre, avoid nyo talaga yung mga acidic na mga inumin like soda and mga juices na very high in sugar content and yung mga fatty foods. Yun, si G natin ay umakyat na. And ngayon po, habang ako po ay nagvo-voice over, ay kumakanta po ako kay si City Love. Kasama ko po si Bro RMGB, si Compadre Ellie Vlogs. Ayun, kumakanta po kami ngayon sa live ni si City Love. At nandyan din po si Sisi Filipina in Newfoundland na cheer sa amin sa baba. Ayan, shout out po. At habang po tayo ay nagkakantahan kanina, ay ako po ay nagvo-voice over. O, diba? At ako po ay nag-experiment ngayon sa aking mga kantahan, ng aking lip-sync kantahan ni Master Worm. Para po ako ay makapag guesting. So kahit naman ako sa trabaho, meron akong sikreto dyan kung paano natin yan ipagpatuloy ang YT world habang nasa trabaho. Alright, let's proceed to number 8. Stay hydrated. Hydration is an important and often overlooked marker of health. Yun, hindi natin ito tinitake for consideration usually ang hydration, mga masters. Okay, so tinitake for granted po natin ito. Staying hydrated helps ensure that your body is functioning optimally and that your blood volume is sufficient. Kailangan po natin ang ating katawan na magiging hydrated. Hindi po kailangan, mahirap na pag tayo ay makulang po sa tubig. Siyempre sa buong katawan natin ay almost 75 to 85% made up of water. And lahat ng mga organs sa katawan natin ay they rely on water. Okay, so drinking water is the best way to stay hydrated as it's free of calories, sugar, and additives. So tubig lang po mga masters ha. Although there's no set amount that everyone needs per day, aim to drink enough so that your thirst is adequately quenched. So usually 6 to 8 glasses of water every day. Yun po, or 2 liters minimum. Depende naman yan sa activities natin, pero yun yung guideline, 6 to 8. So 2 liters, pwede ka mag-abot ng 3 liters, pero as much as possible, wag magpasobra. Kasi pag sobra, may ibang problema naman po yan. Yung kidneys natin yan ay magsasuffer naman po pag masobrahan po tayo ng fluids. Alright, sa ating number 9 for today is don't eat heavily charred meats. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng heavily charred? Yung sunog na sunog talaga. Heavy is mabigat or super super na sunog. Yung parang ano na po, uling na po yung itsura niya. Okay? So meat can be a nutritious and healthy part of your diet. But it's very high in protein and a rich source of nutrients. However, problems occur when meat is charred or burnt. Pag nasunog po ito, malaki ang problema po dyan. This charring can lead to the formation of harmful compounds that may cause your risk for certain cancers. Ayan po ang risk natin for cancers pag kumakain po tayo ng sunog na part. When you cook meat, try not to char or burn it. Additionally, limit your consumption of red and processed meat or meats like lunch meats and bacon, as these are linked to overall cancer risk and colon cancer risk. Ayun po, iwasan po natin yung mga processed na mga meats. And of course, isang trivia pa, every time you eat a charred portion of meat or even though vegetables or kahit ano pong nasunog, it's like smoking 600 sticks of cigarettes a day. Parang kumain ka lang po, pag kumain ka ng certain na sunog na part, parang naninigarilyo ka lang po ng 600 na sigarilyo. Alright mga masters and mga G, hanggang dito lang po tayo. Maraming salamat and God is great. Yahoo!